twice he's done, just for laughs he's done, just goddamn near everything that you can do in comedy. Please make some noise for the one, the only, DJ Demers!
How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. I just got verified on Instagram 3 days ago, so got the blue check mark beside my name now, so got me acting a little different, you know? But no, it's nice to be hanging out with the lesser than too, you know? Make you a deal, guys. I'll take the shades off if you guys promise not to look me directly in the eye. There we go. If anybody here already knows me, you know I wear hearing aids, and so I'm deaf as shit, and then I had those sunglasses on. I've been full Helen Keller for the last couple of minutes. I was trying to act cool, but I felt very vulnerable. I got to be honest with you. Dear Lord. All right, well, that was worth it. I'm happy I did that. I was excited about that all day. You guys have been great. Have a good night. No, it's good to be here. Good to see you guys. You feeling good? Everyone good? Hell yeah. Hecklers, Victoria. Man, oh man, I love this place. Probably my favorite club in the country. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean it. I'm not just saying that. You know, I perform in a lot of shitty places too, and I don't lie to them. I tell them how I feel about where they live. I say this is just a job. I'll be gone in the morning. You know. But no, I love this place. The name is a little worrisome. I've been coming long enough that it doesn't bother me, but whenever I post about it or something, I'll get comments or messages from people like, so is it like a place where they encourage heckling? I'm like, no, it's actually the nicest, sweetest people you've ever met, but I can see why you might think that. Hecklers, it's like our natural born enemy. That's what they named the comedy club after. It's like if they grabbed all these endangered elephants and they were releasing them in this beautiful nature sanctuary. They're like, you feel safe here? They're like, yeah, it looks really nice, but why is it called Hunter's Paradise? Just a name. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. Promoter brings a bunch of girls out to a new nightclub. You having a good time? You feel good? You feel safe here? Yeah, we feel nice. It's a good club, but why do you name it Diddy's House? Just a name. Just flowed off the tongue. Between that and gropers, and we couldn't decide. Good to be here. I made it. My airplane didn't crash. I used to be scared of planes, and then I'm not scared anymore, and then so much weird stuff is happening with planes lately that I'm getting scared again. That's weird, the weird stuff that's happening with planes now. I was flying in. I came in last night. I had a show in San Francisco, so I was flying from San Fran. And I'm flying, and there was a delay, but the plane was sitting there on the tarmac, and I'm deaf as shit, so I think these are the times where they used to just make an announcement, and I wouldn't have heard it. I would have been fine. Ignorance is bliss. But now they send you the updates via email. So I'm sitting there. The plane's just sitting there. I don't know why we're delayed. We're already 40 minutes delayed. I get an email from the airline that says, hey, sorry about the delay. We're just working on the plane right now because there's a bit of a mechanical failure, but we'll get it working soon. I'm like, don't tell me that shit. I don't need to know that. Tell me a flight attendant got diarrhea or something. I don't need... What? I'm not going to be able to help with this. I don't need this information. Mechanical failure. One time I was flying, I had a flight at 8 in the morning, midnight the night before, 8 hours before my flight. I get an email from the airline, and they said, hey, just wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot of wind and rain on your flight tomorrow. I was like, oh no, that's bad. And then the email ended with, currently your flight is operating as scheduled and no action is required. I was like, I don't think this email was required then. I feel like... Why are you telling me this right now? 8 hours before my flight? You're just emailing me to gossip about the weather? What the hell is this? Well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure you felt a nice little stab of panic before you went to sleep. Would hate for you to be well rested for your day of travel tomorrow, you know? Anyway, lots of wind and rain, sweet dreams. I've run into this issue 3 times in the last month where my plane, long flights too, didn't have any captions on any of the movies. Like, any of them. And I rely on those captions because I can't plug the headphones in. I got these hearing aids plugging up my ears already. There's no Bluetooth connection. So I usually just watch a silent movie and read the captions. That's fine by me. I enjoy it. But when there's no captions at all, I can't watch the movies. I'm just raw dogging a flight. Like, I bring a book. I always bring a book, but I don't actually want to read it. I put it in the thing in front and just leave it there for the whole flight and then take it off with me. You know what I mean? It's a set piece more than anything. I don't want to... So everyone around me knows I'm sophisticated. Don't make me actually read the thing. No captions at all. I'm like, it's... How... You know what I mean? It doesn't seem right. And you know what the craziest part is? Just a couple months ago, I was watching a pornographic film at home. And it's connected, I promise. And I went to put the captions on this little clip I was watching, because I'm used to putting the captions on YouTube and Netflix and everything. But then I was like, what am I doing? There's not going to be captions on this porn site. There were. I couldn't believe it. There were captions. I watched the whole movie. I knew everything that was going on. And I was like, damn, this is cool. And then it got me to thinking, I was like, damn, the pornography industry cares more about deaf people than the airline industry. You know? That's not right. Then it got me thinking even more. I was like, I doubt this porn site just did this, put the captions on out of the kindness of their heart. I feel like somebody had to complain about this. Do you know what I mean? I feel like somebody wrote a strongly worded letter. There was just some deaf pervert out there trying to watch his pornographic film. He was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Is that his stepmom? Is it a librarian? I'm confused. Who's he having sex with here? I can't come without context. You know what I mean? So I'd like to thank that deaf pervert for looking out for all of us, Almost got into a little bit of a fight with my dad over Christmas, because my dad's a stubborn man. I'm a bit of a stubborn man too, but I love my dad. He's the best. He's my dad, But we used to get in a lot of fights, because when I was in high school especially, because I was a bit hard-headed, and he's always been very stubborn. And now you get older, I go, whatever, I'm willing to let it go with my dad. I love him, that's who he is. But we almost got in a fight over Christmas. It was like Christmas Eve. And it was just one of those things where I'm like, I can't believe you're being stubborn on this. We fought over Wheel of Fortune. I couldn't even believe it, how high the tension got. We put on Wheel of Fortune. It was already like halfway through the puzzle, okay? So there were already a few letters on the board. And the clue that they were trying to solve was popular expression. So I'll tell you what was on the board. It was 3 words, popular expression. First word was blank N, blank N. Second word was T, blank E. Third word was 7 letters, ended in an N. So we're trying to figure it out. We're like, popular expression, like maybe it's in the or on the. My dad goes, I got it. I go, what is it, Pops? He goes, in the caravan. I go, okay. Hey, there's no bad guesses. We're throwing stuff against the wall. Seeing what sticks. I go, in the caravan? He goes, yeah. I go, that's a good guess. He's like, no, it's a real thing. I go, no, it's not a real thing, for sure. He goes, yeah, no, it's a popular expression. I'm like, definitely not a popular expression, no. But I'm like, sure, I'll humor my pops here. I go, what's a popular expression? What's it mean? What's in the caravan mean? And I see the wheels really turning. He's trying to think of something. Like, it's like when somebody's like really mad. Like, Jimmy's really been in the caravan lately. Okay. Sure, Pop. I'm not going to get too upset because I know my boy Pat Sajak's going to have the correct answer soon enough. So, a couple guesses later, one of the contestants goes, hey, I'd like to guess. I'd like to solve for the puzzle, Pat. And Pat goes, what is it? And the contestant says, on the horizon. And Pat Sajak goes, that's correct. On the horizon is the popular expression. And so I look at my dad, I go, see? And he goes, on the horizon. That's a good one, too. I said, don't say two, okay? We've established that in the caravan was not real. It was on the horizon. You took a guess. No shame in that. But now just admit it's not a real thing. He goes, no. It's in the caravan for sure. I'm like, why are you still clinging to this right now, eh? It's okay. It's not a real thing. He goes, no, it's a real thing. I go, where does it come from? He's like, oh, back in the day, people were always in caravans. They were getting upset all the time. I'm like, oh, God, you know nothing about history. You don't... I'm like, I'm honestly gonna fight my dad on Christmas Eve over a Wheel of Fortune puzzle. I'm like, I can't believe, I gotta get out of this room right now. I'm leaving the room. As I'm leaving, his wife was coming in. I almost knocked her over. She could feel the tension right away. She's like, what the hell's going on in here? What are you two boys so up in the caravan about? What's going on? You gotta be kidding. Yeah, she's stupid too. No, she's not. She's awesome. That's a mean punchline, but it gets a laugh every time, and I'm committed to the game, you know what I mean? But I love her. I'm a dad now. I got a boy. He's almost 3 years old. He's, well, yeah, thank you. Thank you. And another one on the way. My wife's due in a month, so this is my, yeah. I got a baby girl on the way, so family's growing. I love being a dad. He's the best, you know. I love doing everything with him. I don't really care about anything else other than my son at this point. I feel like Ryan Gosling in Blue Valentine. Yeah, I knew nobody would understand that, but that was for me. My son's got a hard of hearing dad. My son has a deaf, I'm not full deaf, but with my hearing aid dad I am. It's crazy to watch my son react to me because I don't hear him all the time. Especially, we'll do puppets. We have all these different puppets, and he likes when I'm like the puppeteer. But all the puppets are deaf too, because they're me. So it's the most frustrating experience for him. I'll have like Mickey on one hand here, Mickey Mouse, and I'll be like, woohoo! And my voice is sucked too, because I'm deaf as shit, you know. So I'm not nailing the impressions by any means. So I'm like Mickey Mouse. I'm like, woohoo! Hey, buddy, tell Mickey what's on your mind. And then my son will be like, bah, 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 bah. He'll say something. He's got a really high-pitched voice, right? I don't hear high frequencies well. So he's a kid. He's got a high voice. It'd be weird if he had a deep voice. That would be... oh, Papa, I shit myself. I'd be like, oh, okay, buddy, relax. I think you can handle that yourself, it sounds like. But now he's got this high voice, so I'm like, hey, tell Mickey what's on your mind. And he's like, bah, bah, bah. I can't hear him, and I'm so, as Mickey, I'm like, oh, tell Mickey one more time what you just said there, buddy. And he's like, oh, didn't get that. So then I try to come in with the other puppet to save the day. I'm like Goofy here. I'm like, gosh, tell Goofy what you said there, buddy. And then he says it to Goofy. Goofy's like, oh, I didn't quite catch that either, buddy. And he's like, Jesus Christ. So he just thinks all these characters are deaf as shit. If we ever go to a theme park and meet the real characters, he's just gonna be screaming at Mickey Mouse. Just like, I said! The guy's like, why are you yelling at me? I love being a dad, man. The feeling, walking around, watching my son interact with the world, watching the world interact with my son. When people smile at my son, most wholesome, beautiful feeling in the world, especially when it's like an older parent and I can see them, like I can see when in that one brief smile when they look at my son, I can see all the years, all the memories flash through that smile. I can see like all the laughter, all the tears, you know, the night they stayed up till 4 a.m. helping them with the science fair project, getting that volcano lava to flow. Right before, you know what I mean? I can see the time they provided a false alibi when their daughter was part of that hit and run and they knew that she didn't mean anything and she doesn't deserve to go to jail over a silly little thing like that. The guy didn't die. He broke his leg. No big deal. She didn't mean anything. I see it all. I love when a beautiful lady smiles at my son. That's a great feeling. That's not entirely wholesome. That's something... a little bit of something else, you know? Because I know they're mainly smiling at my son, but they smile at him, and then afterward they look at me and smile too. And I know the smile they're giving me is just a reflection of the joy that they feel from the pure innocence that my son gave to them. But I can't turn off 39 years of programming, I feel. When a beautiful lady smiles at my son, like half of my brain is like, hey, thanks for acknowledging this amazing human that I created with my wonderful wife. And the other half of my brain is like, just say the words and I'll leave it all behind. It's not half and half. It's like 51-49. It's just enough to keep me around. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That's love. I ran that joke by my wife because I don't run all my material by her, but I was like, she might have an opinion about that one, you know? So I told her the joke, and I was like, so, what do you think? And she was like, oh, yeah, I totally get it. I feel that all the time, too. I was joking. She said, just last week I was out for lunch with the boy, and she said our waiter came over, and when he took our order, he went down into a full crouch, so he was at eye level when he took our order. And she said I got a little bit wet when he got... All right. Too specific. I didn't need to hear that. I get it, though. That's a dangerous move when the server comes right down to eye level. They know exactly what they're doing. If I'm out with my wife and the server starts to go down, I'm like, no, stay up. We can see you. We see you just fine, bucko. I will say, though, what I pride myself on is when I do see a beautiful lady out in the world, I think I'm very tactful and respectful. Because, I'm a red-blooded male. I look, but then I look away quick. I like to believe I'm respectful, but I go, oh, that's a pretty lady. Look away. The worst is as a man, when you see a pretty lady and you go, oh, she's really beautiful. You look away, and then you look, and then you see some other guy looking at her, too, and you're like, this fucking creep over here. Come on, buddy. Show some respect. You're like, I'm really sorry about this guy over here. She's like, who the hell are you? You're like, oh, I'm the guy that was just looking at you a second before him, but I was doing it with respect. Anyway, I don't feel so good about this guy. I should probably walk you to your car. Nobody calls anymore, huh? Everyone's just always texting, which is good. I don't like talking on the phone. Texting is much more efficient, but you don't get context sometimes. It can be difficult. My buddy and I texted him. I hadn't talked to him in a month, so I was like, hey, buddy, how's it going? And he said, hey, man, they just took my uncle off life support. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm pretty sure, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm pretty sure that means they took him off life support because he passed away. Then a small part of my brain was like, that could also mean they took him off life support because he's good now. He can support his own life, you know? I didn't know, but I'm like, I don't want to pry too much. Whatever it is, it's a delicate time for him. So I was like, I'll ask him a follow-up question to get to the bottom of it in a tactful manner. So I replied back. I said, how you feeling? And he said, relieved. I was like, okay. Relieved, you say? I'm pretty sure you would say relieved if he passed away, because he's not in pain anymore, and he's. But I'm like, a small part of me. I also think you would say relieved because he's alive now, and you're relieved that he's. So I didn't want to belabor it and, draw it out too long, so I just replied with kind of a catch-all phrase. I said, well, he's home now. And he said, no, he's dead. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, good. Thanks for clarifying. I'm a pretty chill guy. I don't get bothered by a lot of stuff. I do get bothered by little things. I get bothered when people misuse air quotes. Like my mom does it a lot. She misuses. My mom will throw up the single air quote too. That really bothers me. I'm like, you quoting somebody else's air quotes right now? Why are you single quoting? She doesn't realize what she's saying because she just does it. She's not really just like a kind of tick. And I'm like, you gotta be careful with the air quotes. She was asking me. She was like, you hear what's going on with your cousin Melissa? I said, no, what's up with Melissa? And she said, oh, she moved to New York. She's making a living selling her paintings. And I was like, ew. I was like, what's Melissa really up to? And she said, I told you, she's in New York selling her paintings. I was like, no, you 100% just called Melissa a sex worker. You gotta be careful with those air quotes, Ma. The worst is when a business misuses them. You ever walk by a business and on the sign they'll say we got chicken, and they got chicken in the quotes. I was drinking coconut water one time. It was a brand I'd never had before, and I'm halfway through, I'm drinking it, walking down the street. I look, it says coconut water, and it said filled with electrolytes, but they had quotes around electrolytes. It said filled with electrolytes. I was like, are they electrolytes or not? What the hell is this? This company just come in my coconut water? What the fuck? So I drank the other half, and it was cum all right. Had to be sure. June 2nd, 2019, I started using a bidet. Honestly, life-changing. I'll never forget it, and I'll never go back. Anybody else use a bidet in here? Anybody? Oh, yeah? Oh, man, it's a revolution. You feel it? Once you use it, you can't go back. It's... Honestly, and my wife has always because I've always told her I had issues because, I'm a hairy dude. I got the hairiest ass in this room. I'm saying that. And I know there's guys in here who took that as a challenge when I said that. That's when you know you got a hairy ass, when another guy says, I got the hairiest ass. You're like hell you do. Drop them right now. We're going to settle this. No, I do, though. It's an issue, and it's always been an issue. I've never felt clean, I've never... And my wife was always on me because she knew I felt uncomfortable for much of the day, and she's Filipino, and in the Filipino culture, they use adobo. It's like a bucket filled with water, and they pour it, and they clean with water, and I would always make fun of her, when she would recommend that. I was like, water? What do you... Come on, we're in North America. We don't use water. We take paper. We smear it around. That's what we do, okay? Come on. Water? You sound like a crazy person. You want to use water to clean? Ridiculous. Besides, water? Just pour a little water? No. Your people are hairless people, but and I say that with respect. I am not. I need water pressure. It's a pressure I need. So I was always just, dismissive. And I've apologized for that. I know I was wrong. But then in 2019, we moved into a new place in East Hollywood, and our previous tenant was a gay man who had left his bidet on. The gay man thinks it's relevant. They take better care of their butt, I think. I think it's a compliment. So he left his bidet on. Our landlord was giving us our final tour, as we were moving in. He noticed the bidet was still installed on the toilet, and he was like, oh, geez, I didn't realize he left this here. I'll take it off for you. And I was like, wait 1 second. let me take this thing for a spin and then I'll take it off. And from that day, like, my life is before bidet and after bidet. Like honestly, it was like I took the limitless pill. I can't go back now. I use it at home. I miss it when I'm on the road, and so much so that I have a travel bidet that I bring with me everywhere. A portable bidet, little squeeze bottle. I'm serious. I can't go with that. You know what the funniest thing is? One time I was going through the airport. This was like 3 months ago, and my travel bidet was filled with water. I forgot to empty it. So they pulled my bag over to the side. It's like 7 a.m. This poor, like, 20-year-old young lady working in security at the airport. And she pulls my bag over, and I'm like, oh, God, I know exactly what she's going to find. And she pulls the bidet out, and she goes, it's like a squeeze bottle with a little nozzle on it. So she pulls it out, and she goes, what's this? And I'm like, oh, that's my travel bidet. And I've never seen somebody drop something quicker in my life. She's like, you may proceed. I was like, thank you very much, thank you. So if you ever want to smuggle drugs anywhere, just put it in a travel bidet and they won't check that. That's my advice to you. But yeah, my life has changed now. I'm running the show now. My ass used to call all the shots. I wouldn't be able to leave the house until I went to the bathroom, took a shower, and then I would leave. If something got messed up, like I took a shower and then I had to go to the bathroom, I wasn't leaving. I was missing meetings, I was missing appointments, or I was going out in the world and not. And even in the bedroom, I was conservative because I thought I was a conservative dude. I wasn't. I was unclean. You know what I mean? Now I'm down for anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm clean, baby. And I'm eating whatever I want. I don't care. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm eating full pizzas. I don't give a shit. I know Old Faithful's waiting for me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Doesn't help with the farts, but that's not my problem. But anyway, that's my life. But now I'm in an interesting predicament because my son, we're potty training him. He's not completely converted from the diapers to the toilet yet. We're working on it. But I'm like, am I going to make him a bidet boy, like right from the get-go, you know? Because I know it's a better way to live, but I also feel like the years I had to endure toilet paper kind of made me the man I am today, you know what I mean? I had to figure some stuff out there in the world. I don't want my boy to be soft, you know what I mean? I want his butt to be soft, but mentally I want him to be hardened, you know? I'm gonna end up like being the old dad just talking to him. He's gonna just not know what life was like before the bidet. I'm gonna be like, back in my day, we had to wipe 25 times. And it still wasn't clean. I just told my dad over Christmas. Because my dad's a blue-collar dude. I'm not like a cosmopolitan. We didn't have bidets growing up. I told my dad, I was like, I've been using a bidet. He didn't even know what a bidet was. He said, what is that? Is that like the French bread? I was like, French? He said, that's a baguette, Pops. What the hell? I was like, no, it's the thing you spray on your butt. Water. And he's like, oh, geez, a bidet. I was like, yeah. He's like, is it sexual? I was like, Pops, of course it's sexual, but it's much more than that. I got him one for Christmas. He still hasn't installed it. I don't think he will. You can lead a horse to water, but can't force him to wash his ass with it, you know? You guys know the old expression. I just turned 39 like 2 weeks ago, and thank you, I know. No, it's fine. 2 weeks is too long ago, and 39 is not a momentous enough number. There was a lot working against me with that, but 39's good, though, you know? I feel like I'm officially done with trying to, like, keep up with the times. I feel like I'm never going to learn another slang word again. I think I'm done. It feels good. I don't need to update. I'm good. Last slang I tried to use was probably like 3 years ago, like new slang. I was talking to a friend and I said dead ass in conversation. Called me out on it right away. We were talking. I was like, oh yeah, dead ass. And he was like, what the hell did you just say? I was like, dead ass. He was like, you don't say dead ass. I was like, oh yeah, I've been saying dead ass forever, man. He was like, no, dude, in this exact context, just like last week, you would have said darn tootin'. I was like, oh, yeah. And I said, by golly, you're right. I think when I turn 40 in about a year, I think I might just get off social media. I've made an arbitrary deadline in my head, but I've been talking about how I'm addicted for, it's been over 15 years now, and I'm like, addicted. Round of applause. Who here feels like addicted to their phone? Like they can't live without it? Yeah. Are you addicted? You feel it? No? You one of those guys who can just like leave it at home and go out? Yeah? And you don't think about it while you're out? You're just able to live life? You think about it, but you do it anyway.
Have it on the table, it's in front of you at all times, you're addicted to it.
That's a really good metric to live by. You got yours on the table. Why do you have yours? Oh, you have it down. Oh, you're making rules within the rules now. So if the phone's out but it's up, you're addicted. But if it's down, you're halfway, but you're not quite. That's nice. I like that. It's like I don't buy cigarettes, but I'll bum one off someone if they have it. But I'm not a smoker. I like that. Hey, that's an important distinction. I agree with you. That's cool. I respect that. I'd like to get to your level. I'd like to throw my phone in the ocean. I don't like how addicted I am. I haven't been able to go to the bathroom without my phone in 15 years. Like, literally, I can't. If I like try to go to the bathroom without it and just sit there, my body's like, what are you doing, man? Is this a joke? Come on. You know the deal. You show me the screen, I release the goods. You know how this works. It's terrible. I got off TikTok. I might delete it soon, but like it's deleted off my phone. It's just not on my phone. I don't miss TikTok. TikTok, let the kids have it. The algorithm is too pervy too. It just, all it shows me is just hot girls just doing nothing, just being hot, dancing around, and no disrespect to them. They're doing the Lord's work, but I got stuff to do. I can't be titillated all day long, you know what I mean? I can't be looking at my phone at 10 in the morning in the grocery store line just like, oh yeah, like no. It's not right. And then it started showing me political stuff too, just horny stuff and political stuff. I'm like, I don't want to see this. I'm trying to get away from politics. Why are you showing me this? I deleted it for like 8 months, and then after 8 months I was like, okay, maybe I should get it again because for my career, I should put clips up and stuff. So 8 months later, I downloaded TikTok again. And right when you download it, if you haven't had it in a while, or if you're getting it for the first time, it asks you a bunch of questions so they can tailor your algorithm to your interest. And I was like, oh, this is great. So I answer all the questions. I tell them what I like. I'm like, I like sports, baseball, hockey, basketball, football. I like music. I told them the bands I like, movies. I told them the movies. And they were like, hey, thanks for letting us know all that. Now check out the tits on this chick at the Mega Rally. God damn it. You didn't listen to a word I said. They are pretty nice, so. No, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I just feel like, I don't know. Even Instagram is getting pervy on me. I don't know how it happened. I don't follow any thirst trap accounts, anything like that. I follow like comedians, some athletes, musicians. And they found it. You know what I think they did? Because I follow some parenting accounts too. When our son was born, my wife and I started following parenting accounts so we could be good parents, you know? And I think they snuck in the side door on the parenting algorithm because the last like 3 or 4 months I've been getting all these weird like breastfeeding videos. Yeah. Anybody getting breastfeeding videos in there? You guys getting breastfeeding at all? You guys are really going to leave me hanging like this, huh? Okay. I'm the only one seeing these breastfeeding videos. I didn't ask for them. They just started showing them to me, and it's like fully uncensored. Women just boobs fully out, breastfeeding, and even the nipples aren't blurred out or anything. They don't face any censorship, and I think it's because they do it under the pretense of like education and destigmatization, like breastfeeding totally natural. We should be able to do it in public without shame. And I'm like, I support that 100%. So if I got to watch a few of these videos to be an ally, that's what I'll do, you know? But there's something darker going on here. It's not all. The more of these you watch, the more you're like, I don't think education is the primary objective of this video. First of all, I mean, they got the boobs fully out. They got both boobs are out. And they don't have twin, just one baby. I keep waiting for the twin to come out of nowhere. No, just one baby, and then this one hanging out too. I'm like, you can tuck that one away, that's fine. I'm no breastfeeding expert, but that one, keep it warm until you need it, you know what I mean? And then the women aren't acting very motherly. They're, I don't know, I'm not saying a mom can only act one certain way, but I am saying she shouldn't be licking her lips at the camera while she's breastfeeding. Right? And then the more you look, you're like, it's not even a real baby. They got mannequins on their tits. Well, what the hell is this? Is some sort of psyop. I don't know what it is, but you're doing something bad to my brain right now, and I don't like it. So I kept clicking not interested, those 3 little dots, you can click not interested, and I was still getting these videos. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I emailed support, Instagram support. First time I've ever emailed any of our tech overlords, but I sent them an email. I was like, hey, can you guys please stop showing me the weird breastfeeding shit? Because I'm worried about what it's doing to my brain, you know? And they replied. They emailed back within a day. I got an email back from them 24 hours later, and they said, hey, for sure we can change your algorithm, no problem. Before we do that, though, we just want to make sure that's actually what you want, because every time we show you one of these videos, you watch 100% of the video. And they said more often than not, you replay it several times. I was like, okay. I get it. You're watching me. All right, a few more weeks. Would hate to stigmatize it, you know what I mean? Instagram helped me with my love life, though, for one brief, fleeting moment. It was crazy. This guy, I didn't follow him. He popped up in my feed. Young dude, probably like 22 years old. Young buck. First sentence out of his mouth, I'm scrolling through, he said, do you want to make your lady orgasm every time? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Didn't think I was really having an issue there, but oh well, I doubt this young whippersnapper knows more about pleasing his lady than me, but sure, I'll hear what he has to say. So I'm watching it, and then as I'm watching it, I'm like, I know our phones are listening to us all the time, so I didn't mention anything about having issues here. I'm like, is my wife talking shit about me when I'm not around? Why am I getting this video? But I watch it. So he says, here's how you make your lady orgasm every time. He says, when you're making love, he says, break your sex down, your thrust down to sets of 10. All right? So you do a set of 10, a set of 10. And I'm like, okay, I'm already counting my thrust, so I'm speaking this language, you know? And I don't mean to. I don't know if any other guys in here do that. I find myself counting. I don't know if it's some sort of... Is that relatable? I don't know. It's me, though. I'm being honest. So he goes, count your thrust, break them down into sets of 10. Your first 10 thrusts, you do 9 shallow, right? 1 deep, right? You guys comfortable with this distance right now? Okay, we're good? Your second set, you do 8 shallow, 2 deep, right? Your third set, 7 shallow, 3 deep. You see this? You see what's happening here? Right? 6 shallow, 4 deep, 5, 5, 4, 6, all the way. I can't remember what he called it. I've been calling it the Fibonacci sequence in my head. I'm not a big math guy, but this feels like Fibonacci. And so all the way down to 1 shallow, 9 deep. That's the whole sequence, right? So I'm like, got it, locked in. I understand this. So the next time my wife and I are making love, I'm like, I'm going to try this. So we get in there, first set. I do my 9 shallow, okay? 1 deep. Second set. And by the way, by the end of the first set, 9 shallow, 1 deep, I'm already feeling like something's crackling. There's electricity. I'm like, oh shit, okay. 8 shallow, 2 deep, and now we're really like, I'm like, this son of a bitch knows what he's talking about. Like I'm thinking about this guy while I'm making love to my wife, you know what I mean? It was crazy. And like by this third set, 7-3, we're on like a rocket ship to the moon. It's crazy. Like my wife is really into it. I'm like, I can't fucking believe this. This is crazy. Fourth set, 6 shallow, 4 deep. I'm only halfway through. I'm just switching from the shallow to the deep. My wife has one of the craziest orgasms I've ever seen her have. Just like insane. That's not exactly what she sounded like, of course, but it's close. It's close. So she orgasms, you know, I follow suit shortly thereafter. I roll off of her. We're laying there in the bliss, just like enjoying it. And she's like, that was crazy. I'm like, I know, holy crap. And then I should have just laid there and let the silence continue. But I didn't. I messed up. I said, yeah, I saw this video on Instagram. The second it came out of my mouth, I was like, you idiot. No, why are you doing that? And she's like, oh yeah, what was the video? And I'm like, oh, I'm trying to think of a lie. But I'm like, a lie would be even weirder at this point. We just finished making love. If I was like, oh yeah, LeBron had a triple-double, she'd be like, what the fuck? Why are you thinking about that right now? So I had to tell her the truth. I was like, yeah, I was this guy. He was saying how to make your lady orgasm every time. You do 9 shallow, 1 deep, 8, all the way down to 1. I tried to do it quick so it wouldn't leave too much of an impression on her mind, you know? And she goes, oh, yeah? And I go, yeah. And I changed the subject quick. I was like, okay, I think I got out of that without her remembering it. So the next time we make love, you know, a few days later, a few months later, it doesn't matter, we're married. We're making love again. I'm like, okay, time to put it back into action, right? So I do the first set, 9 shallow, 1 deep. Nothing, right? I'm like, it's okay. First time I was feeling something already by this point, but different time, it's okay. Don't put too much pressure on it. Second set, 8 shallow, 2 deep. Still nothing. I'm like, what the hell, buddy? Focus, come on. 7, 3, nothing. I'm like, 6, 4. And then my wife goes, I'm like, yeah, what's up, baby? And she goes, you're mouthing the numbers. And she said, on your last set, when you switched from shallow to deep, you whispered, it's fucking go time. I didn't know. But that one time that I did it, it worked so well. So I'm here to tell you fellas, do it with your lady. Not if she's here with you tonight. She knows too much, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But if you're making love to another lady who's not here tonight, I don't mean if you're cheating or something. I just mean if your lady's not here with you tonight, I'm telling you, you gotta try it. And might work for gay sex. This guy was talking about women, but if there's any gay fellas in here, try it too. Yeah, woo. I just don't know. The butt and vagina are so different. I've always said that. I've said that for years. But I'm just trying to be inclusive, you know? Oh, shit. That was my last joke, and I ended it with an awkward thing about the butt and vagina being different. But I stand by it. The butt and vagina are so different, and that's what I'd like to leave you with. Victoria, Hecklers, I love you so much. Thanks so much for coming out. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Demers, everybody!
That's cool. Did you guys know me before you came, or is this our first time meeting each other?
First time.
Nice. Cool. How many people knew me before they came tonight? I'm just curious. Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you. How many people didn't know me? All right. Bothers me that you were more excited than the people who did know me, but...